So I hired a copywriter, part 3, and how does ChatGPT fit into all of this? Because ChatGPT is an amazing tool, and you can actually have it act like any copywriter that you want it to, and have it speak to your audience and craft your emails. So I know that there's all this hype out there, how that's going to destroy copywriters or destroy all these kinds of jobs. But I'm going to take the counterpoint to that, tell you why it inspired me to actually hire a copywriter after I'd already been using ChatGPT to great effect. Enjoy this episode.
You know when someone is selling from stage and at the end the audience gets up and rushes to the back of the room to buy? That's a table rush. My name is Misha Z, and the Table Rush Talk Show is all about bringing you the tools, strategies, and tactics that you can use to grow your audience and inspire them to buy.
Holy mackerel. There's lots of traffic out today. Summer's coming. Encinitas, California. My usual route where it's very quiet. Well, there's a ton of activity. There's soccer moms all over the place. There's kids all over the place. There's jogging people all over the place. The sun's out. There's cars. It's crazy. I am just aghast. So I hope that the sound quality is good enough and that you enjoy the distractions versus having it be a bother to you. And this is also a testament to, hey, if you're wanting to start putting yourself out there, because this is the truth of the matter, if you want people to hear your message, you gotta be talking. You have to be putting your message out there. If you want to be heard, you gotta open your mouth. So that's what I'm doing. And clearly I do not have a problem with it. And yes, so I can actually help you get on tour, open your mouth, get your message out there. That's what I'm all about these days. I'm 100% in on it. Like the Influence Army. I'm helping my heart-centered friends, my heart-centered entrepreneur friends, you. I'm helping you get on an influence tour, take you on an influence tour, get your message out. Let's start with getting you on 50 podcasts in 100 days. Then, of course, we'll go to YouTube channels, YouTube shows, blogs, partnerships. Oh my gosh, the networking, the partnerships, it's ridiculous. What's happening already is crazy. The networking that's going on in the Influence Army currently is happening more fast and furious than I could have dreamed. And it started happening literally from the moment that founding members started joining. People are getting on each other's shows. People are using each other's services. People are being inspired. People are just motivating each other, encouraging each other, supporting each other, introducing people to each other outside of the network. I'm telling you, the Influence Army, it's juicy, it's good. So anyway, if you want to get on the wait list, go to the Influence Army /FML, Frank Mary Lima. And you'll be plopped on the wait list for when the doors open next time. I will say this too really quick, and then I'll get to the point of ChatGPT and how it actually encouraged me to spend money on a copywriter. Krista Nichols is her name. Hello, Krista. Versus bulking at hiring a copywriter. I had this plan to go to start doing Facebook Lives every day, script it out, do Facebook Lives, and then turn those into podcast episodes like I'm doing now. And then even better, I was going to stream into Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn and Instagram and just go big that way. And you know what? It was slowing me down. And Stu McLaren, I'm in some of his stuff right now, and he's like, focus on one channel. And as soon as you have that channel dialed in, then expand to more channels. Russell Brunson says that these are just two people in my current ecosystem that are saying that a ton. And as a matter of fact, I saw, I was on this group thing, and one person said this, and it's totally inspired me. They've committed to and are going on TikTok every day. And they said, yeah. And they were feeling like they should be taking that content and repurposing it to Reels, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, stories, all that stuff. And they said, yep, even that little bit is distracting. Focus on one channel. And so, yeah, everybody, you're going to have to wait to see me live more, and you're just going to have to be satisfied with hearing me on this podcast and the random lives that I'm doing to promote things, although I am ramping up my podcast tour myself. So I've already been on a couple podcasts, interviews. I've guest interviewed somebody on their own show. That was super fun. And I have 3 more scheduled, and I have a couple that I have to follow up with. So I'll be out there plenty. I don't need to be tackling the live space yet. That time will come. So as I've been doing this Influence Army, I've been having to send a lot of emails to the founding members, for opening ceremonies, and then for training schedules, and here's the content, and here's the asset, here's the framework that I'm going to be teaching from, and all these emails that I've been sending out, I've been using ChatGPT for, and here's the awesome way that I've been using ChatGPT for this. I take that sales letter that I wrote. You can see it at where can you see it? You can see it on my Facebook page. By the time you're listening to that, I might have actually taken it down, but nonetheless, I created this very effective sales letter, a few pages long, that encouraged people to become founding members. People took action on it, and so that founding member launch sales letter, or story, if you like, it's completely written in my voice. It's completely written to my heart-centered entrepreneur target market, my audience. It's in my words. It tells my story. It tells the story of the person that I want to serve. And so I can, whenever I start a new email, or I have a new thought that I want to work through, or a new idea I want to present to my Influence Army founding members, I created a prompt, and it basically says, hey, I created the Influence Army membership. I've got 27 founding members. I say some other things too, describing the situation. See my sales letter on how I brought everybody in below. I'll say, see my sales letter below. And I want to write an email in that tone telling people about my training schedule. So that's the prompt I will write to ChatGPT, and then I'll use the sales letter. Oh my gosh, I just tripped and almost ate heck if you heard that thump. And then you can ask it a series of questions, and it knows your audience. It knows me. It can speak in my voice, in my tone. So I can say, hey, here's the initial email that I wrote that I want to, introduce my training schedule, make it better for me, in effect, referring to, the previous prompts, my sales letter, what have you. And then it bangs out these amazing emails that are written in my voice, in my tone, to my heart-centered entrepreneur audience. It's all authentic. It's amazing. It just speeds up the process so good. So I can just come up with a general framework and say, now put my voice around it, like wrap me around this outline. And it's so powerful. And you can even have it throw a few emojis in there. And you can say, throw some emojis in there, some italics, some bolding, to make it, more reflect my voice. Bam, it does it. And so it's very powerful. I've just been able to crank out so much content for my members, speeding up emails, Facebook posts, group posts, because I started a group so I could deliver the content through the group. And hello. Very busy today, like I said. And so you'd think the natural person. So two things, that makes me think two things. One, there's obviously all this hype about how AI is going to wipe out jobs. And specifically in the digital marketing arena I'm in, everybody's scared. Oh no, the copywriters are going to be going away. Oh no, the marketers are going to be going away. Oh no, all these people are going to be going away because AI is going to take their jobs and automate it. And this is what I tell you. All it does, my current opinion is, yes, I've been using it to great effect to speed up my processes. But the reality is, I still need a good copywriter to suss out the information from me, to do their job. And they'll do it better and faster. I guess that's my point, right? And so I was more than willing to pay Krista. Hey, Krista, if you're listening to this, her per email amount to craft my soap opera sequence emails. If you haven't listened to the part 1 and 2 of this, listen to part 1 and 2 and you'll know more of what a soap opera email sequence is and how it can help you with your business. And then it also made me think, hey, it's just going to make so many programmers, so many marketers, so many copywriters, so many lawyers, so many of those people, help them do their job better. And I think that's awesome. And I will also say that it's just another tool that people will use badly as well, right? Garbage in, garbage out. So, computers were going to ruin industries, and to a certain extent they have, but they've created massive industries. So I think if we can keep an abundance mindset around open AI, or about AI, I think we'll see that plenty more jobs are created and plenty industries will be made better, faster, cooler, more streamlined. Of course, there's plenty of stuff to worry about, but I think it's a great tool. It's helped me, and now it's encouraged me to hire a professional copywriter, because I'm like, well, she's just going to be able to do what she did for me, but she's going to be able to do it for me better. And that's awesome. I'm going to end with this too, because I just had this thought. And keep in mind, everything takes time with things like ChatGPT. You have to get proficient at writing prompts. You do get garbage back from ChatGPT. It can be very frustrating sometimes. It can turn into a rabbit hole of time consumption. But it's very powerful and I love it. But I did just have this thought as I was saying why I used Krista, because I knew she would be able in 2 hours to interview me and get out the requisite information she needed for me, or the required information she needed for me, and then be able to put it together in an effective way. And a lot of the questions, a lot of the answers that she needs, she's been done copywriting for so long, she already knows the answers to from my questions. So she didn't have to, a lot of questions I didn't have to answer, because she already, based on my first round of questions, she knows what needs to go in column B. Holy mackerel, it was hard saying that. So what I was thinking, when I might try with ChatGPT next time, which I've done actually a few times, but I could see how it could be used to great effect. Is I could say, hey, I need to write a soap opera sequence. Here's my sales letter. Here's who my perfect customer is. Then you can prompt it what to ask you. So I could say literally, hey, imagine, or you tell ChatGPT who to be. So I could literally say, you're Krista Nichols, although Krista might not be proficient enough that ChatGPT would know who she was, but you could say like Jim Edwards, for example. He's a big copywriter in our space that's super proficient on the interweb. So ChatGPT would easily be able to model him. You could say, hey, ChatGPT, ask me the questions as though you're a professional copywriter writing my soap opera sequence for me. And bam, it would start asking you the questions. You'd have to type the answers. Suppose what you could do is, instead of having to type in the answers, you could, now as I'm talking through this, you could record the answers, get the transcript, cut and paste the transcript into ChatGPT, and bam, there you go. But I would rather pay Krista what seemed to me to be a more than reasonable price to interview me and then crank out these emails for me. And I'm sure soon enough, and they're probably out there, I just haven't found them, there's interfaces to do all that for you. But oh my gosh, I could go on and on. There you go. I hired a copywriter. I'm very excited. I gladly paid the money. We did the interview. I'm increasing my speed to market. So when I am sending people to my lead squeeze pages that are designed for the audiences that I'm speaking to, that people will opt in, get the lead magnet that I'm offering in exchange for their email, and then they will get my soap opera email sequence and be indoctrinated into my ecosystem. Or another way of saying it, they will know, like, and trust me and want to take advantage of any services that I offer them. Wow, part 3 went on longer than I anticipated. Everybody have a good day.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Table Rush Talk Show. For resources to help you sell your stuff, go to belove.media/resources. That's belove.media/resources. And be sure to subscribe, comment, 5-star, and share. Thank you again for listening.